Hey everybody, Niku here and welcome to the Trading Setup channel. If you still don't understand how a bounce from a level works, you're missing out on one of the simplest and most effective methods of entry in trading. This is one of the most basic yet consistently profitable strategies that every trader must know, from beginner to advanced. Most traders blow their accounts not because of bad strategies, but because they don't understand how to wait for a confirmed reaction from a level. They dive into the market impulsively, ignoring context and the power of levels, and end up taking loss after loss. A bounce is not just a reversal, it is a reaction to a key zone where decisions have already been made, money has already been moved, and active players are likely to step in again. If you can learn how to see and trade these moments, you'll move from being a guesser to a systematic trader. And that's exactly why this video is so important to watch. You'll get practical insight, not just theory for theory's sake. We'll break down how to read price reactions, how to enter with low risk, and how to spot the difference between a bounce and a fake break. But before we get into today's strategy, here's a quick but helpful note. I've created a free Telegram resource for traders of all levels. This isn't just another channel with random setups and screenshots. It is a place where I publish distilled lessons from years of real trading experience. Inside my Telegram channel, you'll find daily trading tips and hacks, short but actionable, secret indicator settings that I use in my own trading, and detailed risk management guides and formulas to help protect and grow your capital long term. I update the pinned messages regularly. What's there today might be replaced by something better tomorrow. So just click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen. You ready to start trading? So join us. Okay, let's see if we can pick up some trades using some levels. We're going to look at some assets on a 5-minute chart. Then we're going to draw in some levels. We're going to switch to 1 minute. And then we're going to see how we determine whether we're going to take a bounce or a break from those levels. So we're going to look for levels on the 5-minute charts first. Once we find an asset where it looks like it's approaching a decent level, we'll start drawing them in like this. And you guys will notice that I never use lines to draw support and resistance levels. I always use channels. So I'm going to use a parallel channel, and we're going to put it on this level here, and we're going to just even it out, and we can see that price has been respecting this level quite properly. Okay, so a support and resistance level is always going to be a zone. It's never going to be a single line or a single price. It's always going to be a zone. Now we need to see what happens. We are not going to try to anticipate a break or a bounce. And I know this is going to sound redundant, but you have to keep in mind that price from this level here, price can only go up or down. I know that's always the case, but from a level, price will always go up or down. It will never stay at this level indefinitely. We need to now determine whether it's going to bounce. If in this case, if it's bouncing, it's going to continue its way downwards, and if it's breaking this level, it's going to continue its way upwards. Now we need to find a way to determine that. So we're going to switch to a 1-minute chart to see what's happening. And we can see it price pierced this. Although this 1-minute candle closed above, the next candle immediately went down back into the bottom of the level zone. And then again, we had a piercing. But if we look at the 5-minute chart failed to close above this level. And we can see we had the upwards movement. It got pushed all the way down. We have a huge wick on the top of this candle, although we do have one at the bottom as well, telling us there was a lot of indecision at this area. Next candle is pushing downwards. We can see that it attempted to go way down, but currently it's being pushed back all the way up and back into the zone repeatedly. So we're going to have to wait a bit to see what happens on this level here. So we're going to relax with this. Let's pin this asset and we'll come back to it in a few minutes. In the meantime, let's have a look at more 5-minute charts and see if we can pick up any other charts that are behaving, hitting some levels. Okay, so here's another level that's fairly obvious. Let's draw this in. It started from this area here. Now we're going to put it like that, and then like this again, and then we're going to bring it up. to roughly that. Now that should do. Okay, so you guys will notice also that I draw my channels on the bodies and then on the wicks. So one line goes on the highest body and one line goes on the highest wick, more or less. And we can see that this is a fairly decent rejection. We should actually be able to take a sell trade here fairly soon. Let's just pin that as well. Let's go back to this one, see what's happening. Okay, so we are almost on the end of the 5 minute. I'm going to change my time period here to 5 minutes. I'm going to take a sell here because we do have a very decent rejection. So we're going to take a sell. Let's get into that. And as it goes up a bit, we'll take some more. Okay, so we've got some trades open. Let's get them open here. And now let's go back to this other one. Let's see what's happening here. On the 5 minutes, I'm also going to take some sells, although I'm a bit late. I would have liked to get in early. Let's take one there. Should continue its way down over the next few minutes. And we can keep an eye on these trades up here. While these are running, let's see if we can hit some more, or find some more assets where we are hitting some important levels. Nothing there. Nothing there. We do have price struggling a bit at this area here. I'm going to draw this in, although this doesn't look too good at the moment. We're just going to put this in here. Nevertheless, and we can come back a little bit later and see what's happening with this as well. It's QRA. So we're going to pin that as well. We can keep an eye on it. Let's see if we can find something else where the level is very obvious. These are the ideal levels that you're looking for. Very obvious levels. You don't want to. This is a good top here. That would be it there. And we're just going to put this like this. Let's have a look at the 1 minute on this specific asset. Let's see. Okay, so this is a very nice level because none of the 1 minute candles actually pierced through it, closed above it. And we can see there's an attempt coming at this level again. So we can keep an eye on this as well. Let's pin that also. We'll keep an eye on this. And let's see if we find one or two more. And then how much time do we have left? 2.5 minutes on all of these. We'll come back to them as in a bit as well. No obvious levels there. Although this is a very obvious level that we're hitting at the moment. Let's get that drawn in like this. But this is a fairly big zone. Okay, so we're going to leave this for a little bit to see what happens here. We do want a definite bounce from this level. Let's go back to this quick. Let's see what's happening on the 1 minute. We can see there's an attempt on this level now. But let's go back to our other trades. There's our first sell. Beautiful, beautiful drop. Let's switch to 5 minutes and see what that looks like on the 5 minutes. There we go. One of the things about levels is that when a level gets tested, especially, or rather when a level gets broken especially, but when it gets tested as well. When a level gets broken, usually not always, but usually it will come back for a retest and you have some trade opportunities there as well. But this is a beautiful drop. Let's see what this one is doing. This one is not dropping as much as we would have liked, but it's still a decent trade. We have a minute left on all of these, so we'll see what happens. Let's look at this one. This is dropping beautifully. Went close, not as much. I would have liked to touch on this. I would have liked this to touch. Let's see what this is doing. Again, didn't quite reach the level, so I'm going to give it a few more minutes, see if it does come up, push up and actually touch this level. Half a minute left on these trades. So this one we don't really have to worry about. I doubt that it will go up all the way. Let's see what this is doing. Beautiful drop from that level area. It's important to note that you don't always have to take a trade right on a level. It is much better to wait a little bit and see if the rejection does take place or if the bounce does take place. There we go. All these trades are closing now. That's beautiful. And this one has got a few seconds left as well. Let's just give it those seconds and it'll be done. We're finished. Okay, that's how we trade with levels. It's important to understand that we do not want to rush, and we do not want to try and predict what price will do. You're going to find that as soon as you start trying to predict what price is going to do, you're going to be wrong quite often. Instead, wait a bit to see what price is doing and merely follow the movement. This is a much better way and much easier way of trading. I don't claim to be able to predict price. I do think that there's nobody that can predict price movement. It's impossible in my opinion, but it is fairly easy to simply follow what price is doing. And that's what we did with these two, with these trades that we did now. We waited to see what happened with price. We looked at the wicks, we looked at the candles, and we saw that this is what is busy happening, and we merely followed it. Hope this makes sense, and I hope you guys understand levels now. If you want more than just theory, if you want to trade live with me and see everything happen in real time, here's your chance. I run a private community of traders where every day we break down live charts together. I show my own trades and explain the reasoning. I share daily trade setups to practice and provide full strategy breakdowns. I walk through indicator settings, trade planning, and full risk management processes. Access is only available via direct message. I personally select all new members to keep the quality high. Contact info is in the video description. Just message me and I'll explain to you how to get in. But don't wait too long. At some point I will be closing down this group and it will become a private traders club. So don't wait, get in today. And of course guys, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Here you'll find real tools, not just theory. I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, may the pips be with you.